Out of everything I do on social media, these vlogs are probably the most uncomfortable thing that we put out, because it's really just showing the raw, boring life that I run, that I love, but it's so much different than I think a lot of people expect it to be. And so part of creating a brand is to create this edified, godified, persona of someone who is perfect. And I don't want to do that, because my goal with these vlogs is to show you how imperfect I am. And I believe that God is using me for a certain purpose in the business world. And it's crazy, and it's so cool that he's using me, very imperfect, very flawed person, to do something so cool. And so it's giving glory to God through showing you my imperfection, but by no means do I love showing and pouring out my imperfection to you guys and showing you how flawed of a man I am. But I think it's important so that you see that it's not me that does these things. It's the big man above. The one cool thing about the vlogs are that I get to look back at the week, kind of replay it out, and almost audit my efficiency for the week and overall, from different levels. Like, did I have a good week personally, a good week with family, a good week biblically? Was I in the Word? Was I praying? Did I have a good week when it comes to work and being efficient in work? Looking back at the content, I can kind of see that. And what you'll see in this video is it's lopsided. I definitely spent a few days working on a project, the bathroom, which you would have seen in the last vlog, continuing that project, painting, putting crown up, etc., with the goal of making the bathroom match the rest of the office. And I think something important to note about me is that I can't start something and just drop it and go to something else. I have to completely finish whatever I start. I'm an addict like that. And so it's not like I can just say, hey, I'm gonna do a little bit of this, go back, work, do a little bit of this. When I do something, I obsess in whatever I do. And I don't know if it's a good thing, I don't know if it's a bad thing, but I do know that it took the first 3 days of this week. The first 3 days of this vlog that you're gonna see is really just me painting, spackling, doing a lot of stuff that's not your entrepreneurial kind of work. More.
Just a little bit more.
There's a difference in these little angles of the cut and corner.
So remind me what that stuff's called?
Putty, I think.
Okay.
Spackle?
Yeah.
I don't know, something. Putty.
It's made a big difference though.
Yeah, covering up all the nail heads. So we did the beadboard, the chair rail, now the crown. And that'll just make it so that we can, number one, caulk, and then paint. Bro, I have so much worse to go now. I'm proud of it. Now every time I walk in the bathroom, I know I put up the beadboard. Let me phrase, Ollie and I put up the beadboard. Ollie and I did the chair rail. Ollie and I did the crown. You helped a lot with the crown too. You helped me cover every single screw hole or nail hole. And then we both learned how to do caulking. And I don't know, there's more to that. And so I'm happy, man. I'll put it that way. I'm happy, but I'm ready for the project to be done. So I'm ready to paint so we can get that before we paint. I need to get a replacement fan because that's disgusting. We need to get a different ceiling vent. But I think we did a really classy job there, man. Once you paint it, you're not going to see any of that imperfection. It's all going to be covered up. I'm happy. I'm very happy. Because especially when I change this to 2 sconces or like a lantern, and then I change this to be tall, and then I get something for here, I'll probably look at this sink and I'll be like, oh bro, I need to get it out of here.
Yeah.
So, anyway, I'm not worried about that wall yet. Step by step, I'm happy. Time to go get dinner. So let's hit the road.
After all that, I think it's right we get a Guinness, man.
One Guinness never hurt.
Just one.
I don't know what it is, man. It tires you out. It
does.
Every blue-collar person watching this right now is like, what's the feeling they'd be feeling right now? I'm a blue-collar person. I'm watching this guy who works in front of a computer saying that the work that I do every day is tiring. I'd be laughing at me. I'd be saying something along the lines of like, you. I'd kind of also be appreciative of the guy who could hire someone doing the work himself and, empathizing with the way that I'm a blue-collar guy that I feel every day. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
I don't know. Or they're like, yo, this bleep, this guy. Anyway, yeah, let's get a Guinness and have a nice, easy, relaxed night. Bosh.
You big nosser. You big bum.
After a long day in the trenches, brev.
Only right, man.
Oh, are we going already?
Oh yeah.
Alright, cheers. Bro, what a lovely pint.
Oh mate, he pours them so well.
The Irish lad himself. close. I'm a little off. I'm sleepy.
I'll have to get another now.
Some things that we're missing out on that, it's not my expertise, and I'm sure, someone who does have expertise in this space could definitely help out a lot. So, yeah, let me know if you're around this week. I'm happy to jump on a call, explain a little bit more, tell you where we're at currently with the company, and see if it's a good fit for you to get involved and help out. Cool, man. Let me know, and we'll talk soon.
Okay, this is the winter sun, right? And I hit him on up. And I was like, yo, bro, you know anyone with... I'll just read the text. Wow, that's bad.
It's terrible, isn't
I used to work and sell sunglasses.
Bro,
I used to spend a lot of money on sunglasses. I'm just kind of done with that phase of my life now. So I hit up Iman and said, we had a conversation for like an hour, and he was like, anything I can do to help you, bro? I was like, nah, dude, all good. Thank you. And then I texted the day after, and I said, you asked if I needed help, ... I could use some new shades. Know anyone with a good eyewear brand? And then he hit me up today saying, I'm on it. Anyway, we were running. I started running, I looked up, dude, and there was just a wall of gray, and I was like, I'm gonna have to outrun that storm. And I didn't think it was gonna move as fast as it did. And I'm about 1.5 miles in, or like 2.5 kilometers in for my non-American friends. And it got really windy really quick. And Ollie told me he was gonna, meet me on a bike at some point and try to record some. And when I was coming back, it started to, like, I'm getting hit with leaves and everything. Did you see the leaves just blowing, bro? First run in a bit. And God bless me with some beautiful rain. It's really cold. Really cold. Love you guys much. See you more often on Exhale. And then it starts to rain. And rain when you're running, and it was, I think, 55 mile per hour wind.
It was very strong.
It's windy. Like, bro, I'm not kidding. I don't know if you saw in the video. I'm like pushing to stride against the wind. It was the kind of wind.
I nearly got blown over on my bike like multiple times.
Yeah, and the rain started to bead, and it hurt a little bit, but you power through. And then it started to hail, bro. And I'm wearing shorts. I'm not wearing glasses or sunglasses or anything like that. I'm just getting pelted in the face with hail, and that's when I had to call it quits and just turn around and like walk through it, essentially. Oh, yeah, that was a good run. I just wanted to move. I'm not in a mood as of late where I can just sit down and do nothing. You know what I mean? So hardware store, peruse, maybe do some work around the house. Now I feel like I can do anything. This office project has me feeling invincible.
I was gonna go 27. What were you gonna go?
I was going to go 27 as well, man.
Nuh-uh.
I was gonna do that as well,
Legit?
mate. I remember I was about to cross the street, and there was a crossing guard, and she was like, wait. And I just looked at her, and there was no car coming. And so I just walked across, and she was like, wait. And I was like, what are you gonna do? Seriously, what are you gonna do? You gonna pull your gun out on me? You gonna call the cops? What are you gonna do? Anyone who doesn't deserve power, that has any kind of power, is gonna trip on it. I remember when I was a kid, and I worked at the movie theater, I was the kid who could tell, I don't know if this guy looks 18, so I would ID people for the rated R movies. And every time I got someone who's trying to buy a rated R ticket, and they weren't 18 or didn't have their ID, I would just, even if they were 30, bro, like sometimes you just knew and they didn't have their ID.
Yeah.
It's just like, I'm sorry, like, I can't do it. And it's just like, I don't know what it is. There's something about having power and then making someone else's day, fold to yours.
Yeah.
That's like anyone who doesn't deserve, I did not deserve, the power, if you will, to do that. It's just people are going to do it. And I'm not going to abide by that.
What do you think?
It looks awesome. Truly, genuinely does.
You got any idea? Paint today, Brev?
So we're painting, yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna paint. We're gonna take this out, obviously. So we're gonna go through with eggshell and paint all of this and all the beadboard. And we're not really gonna, the only thing we'll tape really is the bottom tile. Anyway, long story short, today, a lot of headway to be made. First, we actually have work though, so yeah. Coming into where the very first thing, I love that you're showing people that you wrote the book, but you don't tell people that you're writing a book. You kind of just jump into the story a little too early. So I would probably keep things unless you don't have a lot. I always have plans on how we're going to use them.
So we're going to get some water.
We're going on an adventure. Like, we have 0 water, and what do you think, Ollie? 10, 15 bottles of alcohol?
Oh, we've got a lot, because we recently stocked up, didn't we?
Correct. But we didn't stock up on water.
That's also true.
And a problem for me is that I don't drink alcohol. And I'm thirsty. So because of that poses an issue. What issue does that pose, you ask? Well, I don't have anything to drink. Ollie, when I come shop, I raid, brother. I raid. Do I not?
You do.
Because guess what? If you're getting non-perishables, it's actually a good point for people watching. If you're getting non-perishables, meaning not meat or fruit or stuff that's going to go bad, then why not just buy a ton? Because then you get to come back less. Like, we're not going to stop drinking Pellegrino or stop drinking Mountain Valley water. So with that in mind, why would I only buy a little bit? Why would I not just buy all of it?
Here we go. One more. Here we go. Up.
Here we go, Ollie.
I got the email from Gadji. Your order is being prepared. And I was like, I wonder what he sent. So just check this out. Ready? I think he just sent the entire website. We got a big.
It's like 25 things.
We got a big. Let's see. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 21 pairs of glasses coming out right, boys.
Yeah, I think I might need you to spare one for me.
I don't know if I have enough to spare one with you, bro.
What, does he own the company or something?
That makes me happy. Thank you, Iman, if you ever see this.
How's it going, bro?
You knew you were doing that, didn't you? I think in hindsight, kind of retrospectively, what I was probably doing is recharging my social batteries after having a lot of clients here at the office, after doing a lot of client interaction and just overall FaceTime the week prior to. I think I hunkered down in that project in the bathroom so that I could just have time away from everybody, listen to some music, and work with my hands. And it was rejuvenating because once I got back into work, I felt like I was ready to press. And the guys know this, as soon as I was done with the bathroom, I was back in content mode. I was back in business mode. It was like new batteries had been placed into me. So I think I want to make sure there are actionables coming from this video. Number one actionable is that from a content perspective, as you guys see, hopefully this brand growing, what you'll note is that it's nothing to do with the space that we're in. It's not accidental that we have a really cool backdrop or a cool office. Everything that we have here that you see on content was meticulously developed and curated. Example of that is the fact that I am currently recording in the bathroom. This bathroom was 4 white walls before with no character, which is what a lot of you guys might have if you're trying to create content. You might not be in Marbella, Spain with amazing scenery, or in Dubai. You might not have a cool office in the middle of nowhere. You might not have an entire library that you can use as a content studio. Maybe you only have 4 white walls. And if that's the case, you can play with that. And you can make it something that looks good and light it well, acoustic it well, and you're solid. I think it's important to say that you don't need to be Hermosi, and most of you guys aren't Hermosi. You don't have the authority to get away with bad content creation like Hermosi does. Put some effort into what you're doing. Said earlier this week in a podcast that most people shouldn't be doing content. And I think one of the examples of that is that most people are doing the bare minimum when they do content. And I think that's crazy. And I kind of want to make a point here, guys, of one of the reasons that people love watching our stuff is because I hope it's aesthetic. And it's not aesthetic because of the library. It's not aesthetic by accident. It's aesthetic because we really curate every frame, all the lighting, the acoustic. We try to make sure that everything looks good. And the reason for that, just an FYI, is that if it looks good, I can hopefully hold your attention just long enough for the story or the message of whatever we're trying to convey in the video to actually then hold you and hook you. So the video quality is really just my way of pattern interrupting so that I can hold you with the message that I want to get across. And I feel like most people don't do that, and then they make the excuse that they don't have the resources to do it. But guys, if you saw in this video and the last video, this was a barren bathroom. And with just a little bit of love, I would actually be happy to record sit downs in this environment. I think it would look good. I think it would be fine. I think you guys would still watch. And I think a lot of you guys hopefully will take from that, maybe make a trip to your hardware store, learn how to use a power gun, and hopefully put a little more care into making your studio, your content studio, whatever you're recording in front of, making it a little more brilliant, making it a little more elegant. I thought about 2 main thoughts as I was painting. Number one is if you're a sales rep, one of the biggest things you can do if you don't have a good background, or if you're a new agency owner or coach and you're trying to close deals, and your background sucks, one of the best things you can do is just paint, you know? Every time I moved into a new place, I would always paint the wall that I was taking calls on, whether it was like black, white, green, and it just always made the background look that much more professional. But number two, for you and I, bro, I feel like a lot of people talk about how they don't have like the proper office to do content. Once we get this a little more situated, I want to record a sit down in here and see if people notice. Almost a video specifically on how to light, how to record, how to frame, etc. And then once this is all done, we'll like have me sitting in the corner, right? Camera here, good lighting, etc. I want to see if people notice that we're in a bathroom, and just say it really doesn't matter how much space you have or where you are, as long as you can do the right things when it comes to sound and lighting and frame, you can make any room look good. You could go to Goodwill and get paintings and such, and you can make a pretty sick setup wherever you want. So anyway, I hope that's inspiring to someone, because to me, bro, I'm thinking about the fact of like this, you saw what this bathroom was like.
Oh yeah.
It was not to the rest of the, you know, office's caliber. But now, once we get everything situated in here, this will be probably one of the nicest, most coziest rooms for John to, you know, pop a squat.
Ollie, let me ask you a question.
Go for it, bro.
What do they tell you guys in school about the World War?
Yeah, what do they teach you about?
Because
Yeah,
I'm
been-
curious. Do they just straight up like? Because you know they tell us we won.
Whoa,
but in
whoa,
other
no,
countries-
no. They tell us the truth.
But wait,
I feel like they tell British students like, oh, we were doing a really good job. We had
That's
a
what I'm
one.
saying.
Then the U.S. came.
No.
Or did they teach
I
you
mean-
like we were getting our asses spanked, bro? We were done.
Yeah.
We were learning German because we had nothing else to go to at this point. We were submitting defeat. We were bending over like a good little British boy. And then, like Jesus from heaven, the United States comes in, red, white, and blue. Uncle Sam wants you. We took up the house. Hey there, can we do two? Can we do two grande half calf black eyes? I'm thinking specifically when the contractor comes and he does the other beadboard section. What did this take me? Like a solid, like full 3 days, right? I feel like he's gonna do it. Granted, it's only one section. I feel like he's gonna do it in like an hour and a half, and I'll just be here sitting in my like, you know, sad, miserable seat, thinking like took me 3 days.
Hey, that's
took
actually
me-
a good point for Daily 7. Realistically, guys, if you're thinking about joining Daily 7, you have to remember that what Paul and I can help you with will take you a fraction of the amount of time that doing it on your own will. And unlike doing a bathroom renovation, which is actually fun and fulfilling for him, banging your head up against the wall trying to grow your business and having no idea what you're doing and it taking forever is not fun. So because of that, book a call with me for Daily 7.
I like it.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, this is day 1 running a business. This is day 90 running a business.
And our waiter comes over and he's like, did you guys see Logan Paul over there? I was still connected with Ty. So I went over and I said, I introduced myself and I'm like, hey, I know you know Ty, I know Ty too. Is it cool if I just send him a photo of us? I think he would laugh about it. And Logan says, oh bro, I don't do photos at dinner. I was like, I totally understand that. Can I at least buy you guys? He was with a table of probably 8 people. Can I buy you guys a couple bottles of wine? And he said, I don't drink anymore, dude. So I'm like, can I buy your sparkling water? And he's like, I would love that. And I wanted it to be memorable. I don't think he would forget me. If I saw him again, I think he would remember me for this. And also, sparkling waters at this restaurant were like $7 a piece instead of like, your $2 whatever, like $8, or probably $10 or whatever it was. I'm pretty sure it was $250, but we sent him 25 Pellegrinos. And I remember the waiter's like, are you sure? And I was like, yes. And I remember just watching them all come out. I don't have a video of it, but like platters of Pellegrino just coming out. And I remember just seeing him go like this, look around, and before he probably looked over at me, I just looked away. And I remember it was, yeah. Anyway, I don't think he would forget, because I doubt anyone's ever sent him 25 bottles of Pellegrino, so.
It was very
Yeah.
funny.
Little funny story.
Point of view. It violates safety by trying to force meaning into the pool. Methods range from name calling and monologue to making threats.
You done?
I think so. I'll be honest, bro.
Look at this, mate.
Painting sucks. I'm not gonna paint again. I'm gonna hire a contractor next time we paint. The actual woodwork was fun. Painting is such a pain in the That was awful.
When did you start this morning?
This morning we did 2 coats on the ceiling. We did 2 coats of semi on the crown, 2 coats on the trim. Bro, painting a door is a pain in the door sucks. I legitimately probably think I'm high from paint fumes. Because bro, there's no windows, there's no ventilation. Can't really open anything up over there. I have an air purifier and the fan on high. Need to do the electrical. I'm gonna do the electric in here. Just switch it to a dummy switch and then a motion sensor with a fan, which I'm actually excited for. I have no idea how to do that, so we're gonna learn that tomorrow. Contractor will put a light fixture right here.
Yeah.
Probably put a light fixture right here above the painting, because that's gonna be high enough to light up to hit their head on it. So light fixture here, light fixture there, light fixture here, and that's gonna be enough light to keep all like it'll be a down low lit light the entire time. Bathroom should not be stark lit. It's just weird. I'll have it on my setting for cleaning to be able to put it on higher. Need to replace the door hardware with brass. Yeah, anyway, we did it, bro.
Nice job.
Yeah, thank you. The second thing I want to say is that I was burned out for many months from content and really just from working in general. And I was running on the treadmill. I wasn't getting anywhere. I was kind of falling victim to the video I made about busyness recently. And I was going through the motions without getting anything done. And I think it's because I didn't intentionally set an endpoint as to when I was going to sprint and then when I was going to stop. If I think about my mentor, who's been running the game business for 40 something years, he has intentional endpoints, holidays that he takes. I didn't do that this year. I didn't set up intentional endpoints, and because of that, I was sprinting with no end. I got burned out. In this bathroom, I know it sounds crazy, this project was my ability to kind of just get out of business, rejuvenate my batteries, take a few days and come back, and it made a world of difference. I'm gonna encourage you guys, if you don't have an endpoint in sight, if you're running your own business and you don't know where you're gonna stop, set an extended weekend where you just take 1 or 2 extra days after Sunday to R&R, to turn off your brain, to rest. It sounds counterproductive, and this video probably looked counterproductive. Paul's been working in a bathroom for 3 days, but it gave me the ability to turn my brain back on, which I hadn't been able to do for arguably months. And with that, I've had the most productive weeks that I've had in a long, long time. Just an FYI, since you've seen what you're seeing versus now has been about 2 weeks. And these 2 weeks, because of this bathroom project, were phenomenal.
Okay, I have to come in here and give my side of the story for what it is that you're about to watch, because it does not portray me in the best light, safe to say. So, I get it.
So 2 red eyes with
Black guys. Yeah, 2 black guys with the...
Enjoy.
Have a wonderful day, guys.
I am extremely OCD about clothes. So much so that when I spill something on clothes, sometimes I'll just throw it away. I hate messing up my clothes. And we get here, and I'm super excited when I got here. We go to Ralph Lauren because there's an amazing Ralph Lauren store here. And I go shop around, etc. And I buy this jacket, and Ollie will pop it over on the screen. It's like $1,000 jacket. I don't really even need the jacket because I actually have another jacket that's the exact same as this one. But I just like the jacket, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to buy it.
It's brisk.
It's cold today, man.
This coffee's leaking, yeah? Just like a baby. Hey, baby. Hit me back up. I'll chat you later on. You're looking bits. Oh.
Hey, baby. Hit me back up. I'll chat you later on. You're looking bits, you little...
I don't know why he's so good at it, man. Thank you.
Your turn.
So, if you ever spend time with me, you'll learn. I love doing accents, but I'm awful at them. Watch the whole... I'm terrible at them, so I can't do them in front of camera.
So I kept it on ice for like 3 weeks. I didn't wear it. And we're doing the podcast, so I'm like, all right, today's the day. We're going to break it out. Super excited to wear it. And I remember putting it on and actually looking at it and thinking, I'm going to spill something on this jacket. And I knew that I would, but still, I was like, you know what? I'm still going to wear it because I think it'll look great on the podcast, because that's the first episode of the podcast we did. I wanted to come out with my nice Ralph Lauren jacket. I was super excited. And I got very upset, needless to say, that I spilled coffee on the jacket. And I am regretful for what it is that you're about to watch. I apologize. I feel like I'm filming a formal apology video right now. And enjoy. It's funny. I even myself will watch it and laugh. But I will say I'm very OCD with clothes. And I normally only get angry like that with small things. So I apologize for what it is you're about to watch Roll the clip. Oh, dude! Oh, that actually makes me so angry, dude.
What happened?
How is it leaking? Gosh damn it, dude.
What did it get on?
This. Me. Son of a. Oh, bro, I almost said GD. I don't say GD, but I almost just GD'd there. That makes me so angry, dude. Hey, let's go to weather gauge, dude. Me, man. Yeah, well. Good part is it sort of blends in a little bit. Yeah.
At least he's not annoyed about it.
Can we put this in the vlog, but every single time just go beep, beep?
Like, look at that, dude. Why is that leaking that way? Like, look, it's just leaking out of the side of it for zero apparent reason. For what?
That we're doing over 100,000 a month on retainers, and they just said, I'm just gonna go jump on this thing, and then they really crushed their whole business because of it, and then they had to build it back up. I just thought that was stupid.
And then I think realistically from there it's easy to grow. So all to say, realistically, the way you turn yourself down is by knowing that God has you covered.
Yeah.
I guess. That was fun.
Thoughts?
Yeah, I liked it.
Very good.
Yeah? You think people will listen?
Yeah, 100%. For a first podcast, very good.
I'm excited to see it. That'll go live Monday. So realistically, I need to record something for tomorrow and then vlog on Friday, that Monday. Bro, come tomorrow. As long as I do my job and record today, we're back on our daily content grind, which is the goal. Let's do it. I'm going to start by saying that the 7X rule is really more of like a 6 to 8 rule in the online industry for a very smart gentleman. And at our peak, we had more than 100 employees. This principle is the only way I found it possible to run a large team. And I got to turn my brain off, or at least allocate my brain waves to a different project, which allowed me to recoup. And just like a sprinter needs to rest, I got my rest in. I don't think most people in business do that the way they need to be. I'm going to encourage you, if you're watching this, number one, if you're creating content and you're watching this, put some love into your content studio. And it doesn't take a lot of money. This entire bathroom project was a couple $100. I think anyone here, if you have a business and you're trying to create content, probably have a few $100s in disposable income that you can pour into your personal environment that you're going to be recording with. Number two, though, is set some endpoints. Make sure you're not sprinting for the rest of your life. That is a guaranteed way to burn out. And burnout, guys, if you've ever been there, I've been so burned out before. Wasn't here this time. It sounds ridiculous. Sometimes you look at your phone and you can barely read. It's a genuine thing. I don't think most entrepreneurs recognize the importance of end times or the significance of burnout. Let this be a warning, because it was a reminder for me. Let this be a reminder instead of a warning for you. Set endpoints, have some projects, get away from the computer occasionally, and things that feel counterproductive are often the things that will make you productive. Get away from the computer, take some endpoints, and take a break.
So we're back in the mall because you have to pick up a phone that we were going to pick up on Sunday, is that right?
Yeah, I can't remember why we didn't.
It's because there was like a 2-3 hour wait time, wasn't there?
Yeah, I'm holding your phone for the camera to know because you're obsessed with Man U.
I'm sorry, it's a big game, bro.
You're okay. I'm like, yo, we need to actually record something quick, and he's like, So here I am, being a good friend. So we are headed to Apple because we're gonna get a phone specifically for sales. Here's my theory, right? Number one, we all know that if you're texting people from GHL or Close or whatever CRM, if you're texting and calling with a generic, free, like, you know, or $20 Twilio line or whatever it is, you're just gonna have terrible response. No one's gonna respond to a text that's like, hey John, how are you? Stop to reply. Yeah. So anyway, picking it up, going to go to Verizon, swap lines, and then I'm gonna be a salesperson again, bro. I'm excited. I'm actually, like, I've been itching to do some SDR work. It's funny, most business owners are too prideful to hit the phone and, you know, get dirty. That's all I want to do right now. So anyway, it's gonna be a good time.
Package secured, Brad.
Package secure, bro. Antique store. I'm so done with furnishing, bro. It's been a long day. I don't feel like buying any antique candle holders for the bathroom wall, but we're gonna go and pop some, get fancy. I got nothing for the camera today, man. I'm tired.
Sorry.
I'm drained,
But
bro.
I feel like people need to see these days, you know?
Yeah, the long days.
Yeah. It's alright.
Yeah. we're looking for candlestick holders. Ooh, who pays?
That's Gatsby vibes.
Yeah, but I want crystal. I don't think they're crystal, I think they're glass. But to be honest with you, I really don't know how to tell. Glass.
I've only just realised there's 2 naked women behind you.
I'll keep showing up every day and you circle back when you're ready.
Like, just to show you the power of these that you're doing, but the power of making it a little more personal.
Tweaking. Are you gonna rep your brethren?
You just went from that to... What is that, Central C or D?
David?
Men's why
You
you on the
actually
block
do.
brief?
You actually do look like a road.
Why
man.
you on men's block brief?
Apart from that.
Get knacked up brief.
What? I look like a real a roadman.
You look like you're doing West Ham away.
Roadman team. They stand out like this. Super sketchy like this. Roadman.
The last thing I'll say, to jump forward from the video 2 weeks, is it's the 6th of March, and Iman is currently doing his live series. And Iman, if you ever watch this, number one, I'm very proud of you. You crushed the live performance. I think it's awesome, because doing live performance versus sitting in front of a camera, 2 very different skill sets. You crushed it. I think the performance was awesome. But in the recording, I did see that you say you'll take a bedroom and teach people how to make a good content setup in a bedroom. I'm one-upping you, man. I have a good content setup right now in a bathroom that is sick. I am proud of that. And I thought you would laugh at that too. It's a good week for the vlog. You have bathroom, you have work, you actually have a fashion show, which was probably one of the most interesting things that I've done. I actually think it's important for the video to say also that anytime you ever see me go out, or of course John who's sober, anytime we go out, I am drinking club soda. I have a rule that I'll partake in a drink or two at lunch or dinner. I do not drink if I'm ever going out for a later night, because I feel like that wrecks me for the day after. I also feel like that's how bad decisions are made. So just an FYI, when you see us in this fashion show, it is with the lens of knowing that we're seeing it the same way you're seeing it, with sober eyes, and for how crazy it is. It's one of the most unique experiences that I think I've ever gone through, but I will definitely do it again. So thank you, love you guys much, see you next week.
Yeah.
We're like people walking on a runway?
Yeah, and then there's gonna be like a club afterwards, but it's inside of a club.
Oh yeah, so realistically, is it gonna be the kind of thing where like you can't hear anyone talking and such?
Realistically, probably.
See, that's just not my vibe, dude.
Look at this geezer.
This bloke.
This geezer. How you doing, bro?
What's up, dude? I'm doing well, dude. How are you?
Good, mate. Good.
Let's go.
How are you? To me, bro, this is just like the epitome of hedonism. Not hedonism, just like worldly living, if you will. I don't know.
It's hard for me in those environments as well. And then the fucking girl goes, hi, he goes.
Can you give me the name of the place?
Do you know the name?
MGM.
No, dude, where my car is, bro.
Oh.
So we're ahead of ourselves, eh?
Dude, you said it like 4 times, bro. Honestly, bro, it was fun. I had a really good time watching the models on the runway. They were nice girls. They were all really nice, to be honest.
It was a cool time, bro. I would say that dinner was good. And solid.
I loved the dinner.
Dinner was awesome.
Dinner was very nice.
Dinner was nice. The actual like runway thing was cool.
Yeah.
That was just interesting. Is probably the best word.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
like very unique experience. And then the club side after was also interesting. A bit loud. And glad that we left as soon as we did. We'll do a little bit of casino. I don't endorse gambling. I'll do a little bit of casino.
Wait, are we
for the
putting
boys.
this in the vlog?
I'm sure it'll go in the vlog, yeah.
Alright, Paul endorses gambling full-heartedly.
A little bit of casino for the boys.
Paul made most of his money by gambling. The Iman CEO thing was a front.
Then we'll head home and get a good night's rest. And then we have men's group in the morning. Then we head out to Monster Trucks, get dinner, watch Monster Jam. Trying to probably go to the casino in Allentown tomorrow.
I'm not going to go to that one.
No? Fair.
I've set myself a limit. It's whenever I feel like going. It's a good rule, dude.
Yeah,
you gotta have discipline in life, you know?
Yeah. You gotta be able to set those boundaries.
Yep.
You know? Lines in the sand that you can
Correct.
easily move.
Correct. Yeah, that's why it's in the sand. Because you can just put some sand over it and make a new one.
Yep. I feel like a lot of people don't understand that expression, you know? I put a line in the sand, and they're like standing firm, and I'm like, I don't think you know what you're saying,
Yeah, exactly.
you know?
Yeah, I don't think you've ever felt sand before.
Yeah. Anyway, good night.
Good night, guys.